Hello everyone, welcome back. Game number 2 between ESC Goody and Dimaga here for you today. This is again Terran vs Zerg, and this time we are on Lost Tempo, so looking forward to seeing how this matchup plays out. Now in last game we did see Goody go for an early Reaper push, and unfortunately didn't work out for him. He followed up with a counter push that really vested a lot of resources in, and in not doing damage in that push either. Dimaga was in a really solid spot, came out with mutas, and just mopped him up at that point. So that was a good first game. Looking forward to this game as well. Very interesting map, very interesting dynamics between these two races on this map as well. The high ground, of course, being very abusable for Terran players. Putting up tanks up here or even just dropping units with your medevacs can be very abusive and stop a lot of mining from the Zerg player. And as we know, Zerg players like to expand. They want to expand. They want the extra larva. They want that extra economy. And in denying that expansion, that can put you in a really solid spot as a Terran player. So right away, it looks like Dimaga is going to be finding out that Goody is right next to him as the crow flies. And I've said that before, and I don't know how many people got it. If you know what "as the crow flies" means, then give my video a thumbs up. I hate those cheap tactics for thumbs up. Either way, you should thumbs up videos if you like them, because it helps us out a lot. It actually bumps it up on the view thing out of our whatever on YouTube. When you search for videos, the more thumbs up a video has, the more likely it is to be featured near the top page. So anyways, Goody coming out with this barracks at a relatively normal time this time, not coming out with an 8 barracks like he did last game. Moving out with that SCV scout. He obviously knows at this point where Dimaga is because of the fact that Overlord spotted him so early in the game. So going to be moving into his base just to see when that pool timing is and where that expansion is. And look at this, Dimaga switching up his game, not going out with that fast expansion like he did last game, and instead going to be working off one base at the start and then moving from there. And look at this, Goody coming out with this engineering bay, but Dimaga obviously knew that Goody would try something like this, or at least was planning for something like that, and he's not concerned at all because he's playing on one base play. So kind of wasted resources right here for Goody. That's a little bit unfortunate. That's going to set him back quite a bit early on in the game. We do have this first Marine just about finished right now. Wants to try to move out and catch that Overlord if at all possible. And oh, he may be able to do it. Overlord moving in the wrong position. I'm not sure he's going to be able to snipe it down, though, before he gets up on the high ground. We don't have a second Marine coming out right now either. There's that orbital command right now. So saving up his resources for the time being. And there we go, coming out with that additional supply depot right there. And know that Overlord does manage to get away, so good job over there. Now, Goody, of course, stopping that production so that he can cancel it when it is almost destroyed. And again, Dimaga not too concerned. Now, he probably does plan on expanding sometime soon. Typically when you see this open one base play, what you're gonna see is an expansion right around 20. You can see he's at 21 right now, so gonna move forward with these 6 Zerglings, first taking out the SCV, then gonna be moving down to this engineering bay, taking it out. So either way, I guess this is good on Goody because it's gonna delay that expansion a little bit. It's not gonna stop it obviously, but it will set it back a little bit. So as soon as this is down, probably gonna be seeing that expansion go down for Goody, not probably, most certainly. And over inside of Goody's base, we do have that factory on the way, so Dimaga about to drop this expansion. Goody's coming up with the factory, working on his tech, Dimaga working on his economy, and probably going to be moving out with those Zerglings as well, just to test the front waters, see exactly what Goody has for units. We can see this bunker going down. This is very telling. It is likely at this point that we're going to be seeing a heavy tech here from Goody, maybe teching up to something like Cloak Banshees early on. We'll see exactly what it is, but this bunker is going to protect him against things like early rushes. Early roach rushes. This is going to protect him from that. So that's his intention with that. That's his goal. That is his plan. Again, really early roach rushes, you can't really deal with it with just Marines. You need the bunkers to deal with it. I'm also going to be moving out with this Hellion as well, trying to do some damage with that. And again, the starports are just about finished right now. Still on 1 gas though, so I actually don't think we're going to be seeing Cloak Banshees. You would need a second refinery at this point if you were trying to go for that. You can see his Vespian is relatively low. And actually going to be opening up with that medevac, that supply blocked medevac. So that first Hellion's moving out, and where is he going? There we go. Hellion is right over here. So going to be moving in the expansion soon. He should be able to do a pretty good job of roasting those Zerglings. We can't see no metabolic boost even on the way yet at this point. We do have the spine crawler coming down. That's going to make it hard for him to push in the main base. Queen is also moving down, and that's going to actually push back this Hellion at this point. Now, once this expansion attempts to get saturated, he's going to be able to pull him there, but no, moving the spine crawler down, so doing the right thing. Dimaga is going to be moving the spine crawler down to the expansion to try to deny any of that Hellion harass. Now again, we did see that medevac, and here it is. So we're going to be seeing a drop in the very near future from Goody, picking up the units, and one more Hellion. There we go. So medevac going to be moving into the back of the base here of Dimaga, and this could be a little bit of a problem actually. I am quite interested to see how this plays out, because this could do a ton of damage, dropping just outside of the range of Dimaga, and then going to be moving in with the units. And here we go. This is going to be a really deciding factor in how this game plays out. Lots of damage needs to go down right now, and no, not quite enough. Drones do manage to get away, moving forward, trying to roast the drones. One more shot. shot. There we go. So a few drones do go down. Avoid the surround there of the Zerglings, and you're going to be quite fine. Also, stay away from that queen, and you're going to have no problem whatsoever. Marines getting healed up and going to be taking down this queen. No problem. This one Hellion in the back not doing any damage, but finally engaging the queen in the back. The surround trying to go down right now. Dimaga does manage to get one Hellion out. 2 Marines and 2 Hellions are still alive. This one queen very close to death, but no pulling back and gets a transfuse. Moving down in the expansion, though. These are free drone kills right now. As long as he can prevent the surround, he's going to be doing okay right now. Marine's going to be distracting those 2 queens. Hellions moving in, trying to do as much damage as possible. A few shots going down. A few drones have dropped. 5 kills already for this one. 9 for that one. So lots of drones have dropped, as well as those few Zerglings that he killed. And the drone's going to be forced to pull away right now. Queen's going to be pulling back those Hellions, but no, the Hellions getting lifted up, dropped in the main, I'm assuming right now. So drop in the main going down, and here we go. Big problem right now. We do have some Mutalisks on the board, and does Goody have anything to deal with this? He does have these Marines. He should be okay with those Marines. Here's a Viking coming out to help a little bit as well. Now this one Viking is going to get sniped down pretty quickly from those Mutalisks, and those Mutalisks are going to be pushed into the main now. We did see a lot of economic damage here for Dimaga. He did take quite a bit of damage, but I'm not sure if it was enough. These Mutalisks are going to make life a little bit difficult right now for Goody. He doesn't have stim pack. He doesn't even have a tech lab there on that barrack, so this is a little bit problematic right now. Viking coming out, and those Marines should be pushing back those Mutalisks for the time being. So as of now, those that Mutalist threat is taken care of. He's got enough Marines. He does have to worry about these Mutalisks just kind of flying around and trying to pick off multiple angles, but I feel like Goody is done a fairly good job of centralizing his base. Obviously, he needs this wall off over here, but everything else important is right in the center, so it makes it a little bit easier to defend against Mutalisks, and that is intense right there. The fact those Mutalisks came out just in the nick of time, and were able to mop up what was left of those Hellions, and again, I mean, there was a lot of economic damage for Dimaga taken, but we'll see if it was enough. We'll see exactly what happens. Armory coming down, so he's going to want to be getting Thors to deal with this threat right now, and we do have a siege tank as well as a couple of Hellions out right now. Do we have the siege mode? No, we do not have the siege mode, but we do have that infernal pre-igniter coming out, so he's going to be able to deal with Zerglings quite easily, but I'm not sure. That obviously doesn't help him much against these Mutalisks. He's probably expecting Speedlings along with the Mutalisks and killing that SCV to stop that barracks production. This is going to be able to push back those Mutalisks again at this point, and right now we can see, I mean, you see at this point Dimaga, he isn't, committing super hard. He realizes right now that at this point Goody is still on one base, so he's actually been droning up at this point, and this push could be a little dangerous. This is a pretty strong push right now coming out for Goody. Now, we do have a bunch of larvae sitting right here, but he is supply blocked because of those overlords flying around. Those Vikings are able to snipe them out, and Mule is going to be moving into the main base, trying to do as much damage as possible while this pushes out. So Goody needs to, he's too far away from his base right now to move back and do much of a defense. A few turrets down, so that's going to help defend him a little bit, but not quite enough. These Mules are going to be able to take out this half of the base. We do have one more Viking coming out. Thor trying to come out, but is supply blocked. Marine going in that bunker, and here goes the push right now. Hellions moving forward. We do have a few Vikings sniping some overlords as well, continuing that supply block here for Dimaga. Dimaga cannot produce anything. Hellions moving in the line, gonna roast those drones, no problem. Marines and tanks gonna take out that expansion very quickly, and this is gonna be very close. I think right now the Goody's in actually a really strong position. Lots of Mutalisks moving forward though. If these Mutalisks do survive, then this is gonna be a lot of trouble for Goody, and the Mutalisks getting those baller transfuses from those queens do manage to mop up this push, and I don't think very close. Few Marines left. Two more Mutalisks going to be dropping very soon, but no, those Marines, Brewling's going to be moving in and actually turning the tide of this battle. Those Mutalisks do survive just by the chin on their, the hair on their chins. There we go. Those Mutalisks just barely survive, and that was intense. That was very close to being a win for Goody, but Dimaga with those clutch transfuses managed to keep those Mutalisks alive just long enough, and a few more Mutalisks moving forward right now, and this is it. Goody's in a lot of trouble right now. He doesn't have enough to deal with these Mutalisks at this point. He did prior in that last Mutalisk push, again not being able to complete this barracks production because that Muta harassed. Muta's moving forward, gonna be mopping up, but Muta's dropping very quickly. Thor's coming in to engage, doing a ton of damage right now, and what? Dimaga calls good game. I was completely off the mark there. Apparently that push that was stopped there from Dimaga, he did a great job of stopping that push, and he did that counterattack, but I guess as soon as his Mutalisks mopped up, he decided that was the end of the game, that Thor was out. He knew he was going to be seeing another push come out from Goody, and wow. Just wow. That's all I really need to say about that. Great job great job from Goody. He did an excellent job there. I'm really impressed with that play, and I was really impressed with stopping that push there that Dimaga managed to do. He did a great job of stopping that push with those transfuses, but apparently it wasn't enough, and he hadn't done enough damage to Goody. He wasn't really able to hurt the economy of Goody because of this missile turret placement, so good job on Goody, and yeah, Great game number 2. Going to be moving on to game number 3 after this. As always, guys, if you like the content, subscribe to the channel and keep watching, keep owning. It's really not the hardest thing in the world. It requires enough awareness and ability of grabbing your SCVs and then having the Marine tucked away behind them or inside of a massive SCV so that the Marine can't get surrounded. But anyways, we do have a expansion coming down right now for Dimaga, so he's going to be going for that early expansion. And here comes that spawning pool right after that, and then we'll be seeing that extractor sometime shortly thereafter, I would assume. Now at this point, Dimaga is fully aware that this wall off is not really occurring. This first Marine coming out right now, and this is really solid right here. The Marine's going to come out a little bit closer to that Overlord, so he may be able to start doing some damage, but it looks like that Overlord's going to get away pretty much no problem. Second depot going to be going down right over here, so there goes that Marine, but not going to be out soon enough to be able to take out that Overlord. Probably going to be seeing this lifted off and placed to the front wall again, I would imagine, and there we go. So going to be lifting off and moving it to the front wall over there. Expansion almost finished right now for Dimaga. There is that extractor, and that spawning pool almost finished as well. So Goody going to be fully aware of exactly what Dimaga is doing at this point. Inside of Goody.